It's time to take a look at one big thing facing the Houston Texans this offseason, and it's expectations. A year ago, when we finished the NFL draft, so many people thought, well, this is a Texans team that was aggressive, but for what? Nobody knew CJ Stroud was going to be who CJ Stroud turned out to be. If anybody would have known, King's ransoms would have been paid by everybody to try and move up to the top overall pick. I covered college football. I thought he was going to be very good, but historic? I was sitting there at the Ohio State-Georgia game watching him carve that defense up, and we were all saying, man, he looks like he's going to be great on Sundays. But historic? What we saw from CJ Stroud this year was absolutely incredible. And from day one, the stories of how he came into that offense, how he familiarized himself with that offense, it just reminds us that we sometimes overcomplicate the draft process. Everything pointed to CJ Stroud being very good. But now what do you do with expectations? Because at the end of that draft, people thought Houston might be picking at the top of the draft again this year. Guess what? They're not. Now, all of a sudden, Houston has replaced Jacksonville as the sexy pick to be able to suddenly vault themselves into the same category as teams like the Bengals, the Bills, and the Chiefs. DeMeco Ryans deserves so much credit for the quick turnaround in the way this entire organization is perceived. And I believe people want to play for DeMeco. I believe that people want to play with CJ Stroud. I believe that the Texans are going to be a free agency hotbed moving forward. The question is now, as everybody's going to have an entire offseason to look at every single ounce of tape on CJ Stroud, what adjustments will the league try to make to him? And how will he counter those? This is the most incredible portion of any young quarterback's career. How they evolve from year 1 to 2 and year 2 to 3 really tell us where their greatness lies. I believe that CJ Stroud is about to be great, but expectations are something the Texans will have to deal with.